and welcome to your November 2018 Funko Pop update. And oh my goodness, I am so excited today because not only am I going to be giving you guys a plethora of amazing Funko Pop news, and let me tell you, there was so much news that came out after New York City Comic Con that it practically has been spilling out into the next update that I'm going to be giving you guys in December. So I wish I could give you guys everything that I know now, but if I did that, we'd probably be here for over 2 hours. So that means we're going to be in for a very long haul, guys, so I hope that you got your snacks and your drinks and you're ready to relax a little bit and talk about Funko Pops. And I'm also kind of happy about the fact that I'm not going to be featuring that many Pops in my collection today, because I'm kind of saving a nice little year-end spectacular with a very special theme. But the thing that I'm the most excited about is the fact that I'm going to be showing you guys some of my collection additions in a brand new location, my little Funko Pop studio. If you have been following me on Twitter, you've probably seen pictures of a massive closet that is basically wall-to-wall shelves, and you see on the top shelf Funko Pops all the way around. Well, that's thanks to my wife. In my new house, I have this amazing walk-in storage closet. It is massive. It is big enough to be a 4th bedroom if we chose to, but we won't. And the first thing that she said to me was, you can have the top shelf for your Funko Pops. And the scary part is, it's already full. Yikes. And my collection is not that big as most people. I only have 236 Pops, but that's not all of them, to be honest. There are still some in my office that are staying there for a while. They might come home at some point in time, but I'm managing. We haven't gone officially overboard yet, so I'm kind of grateful for that. But who knows, based on all the information that we have been receiving these past couple of weeks, I'm very excited. So before we get into all the news, let's take a look at how my collection has been going. So guys, welcome to the new Funko Pop Update recording studio. Yes, I am in a massive walk-in closet right now, and this is where I'm going to be filming all of my collection updates for you guys, because it is wrong to showcase Pops if you weren't in a room filled with Pops wall to wall. I mean, isn't this just absolutely fantastic? I have to thank my wife for that, but I also thought that it would be cool to actually film it on the original wall unit that I did my previous Pop updates on, which was this one over here, and it was pretty cool because it was a whole wall of Pop rides now, but then I said I should do it on this one because then I don't have to bend down. So we're going to film it on this one, and that's actually fine because that means there's a lot more room. So the theme of today is going to be animation and anime. It's not going to be as big of a collection update as you will probably end up seeing in December, but there's definitely some good stuff to showcase today. So the first series that we're going to go over is stuff from the wonderful world of Disney and Pixar, and we're going to start off with bringing out Mr. and Mrs. Incredible and Frozone. We're bringing out Mr. Incredible and Frozone again, even though they have already been showcased, because it was a long, hard debate, and I just said to myself, this is sort of like having Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. You can't have two. You have to have all three. So I went out and got the Target exclusive of Elastigirl, and I didn't know if I was going to get the regular one or the Pop ride of her on the Elasticycle, but I gave in and got myself the Target one, and I'm very happy with this decision. I love the style, I love the look of the uniform with the colors, and I love that she's got the extending arm with the large hand and fingers. It just is what Elastigirl really is to me, and putting her alongside Mr. Incredible and Frozone is absolutely wonderful, and I'm so glad to actually have all three of these in my collection. The next series that I want to go over is bringing out my favorite Disney villain of all time, Hades. Why? Because I got his minions. This was the luckiest of lucky finds that I could ever get, because these were a summer convention exclusive, only available on the Funko shop, and they sold out instantaneously. But when I got the confirmation email from the Funko shop saying, congratulations, you got them, I just screamed, because if I missed these guys, I was going to be so upset. But I got Pain and Panic, and they are so wonderful. I don't want to move them around because Panic is really difficult to stand on his own, because as you can see, he's very top heavy. But Pain and Panic are wonderful. We're just going to move Hades to the side. As you can see, they've got the grimaces on their faces. They've got such amazing detail with their tails and their wings. Also, if you take a look, Pain does in fact have the broken wing, the little gap over there, as you can see right there, and Panic is still perfectly whole, but I love the way that they look. Such great details, and I love the color schemes as well. And when you put them next to their boss, it definitely is a complete package. And because of the fact that Hades was the only member of the Hercules line that I got, having his minions just makes me feel so much happier and more complete. So now we're going to move into the world of anime. And we're going to feature a pop that my wife actually owns. This is Haruhi from the fan-favorite show Ouran High School Host Club. This is a very crazy and outlandishly funny show, and when I found out that there was a pop line coming, my wife was really excited. But then we didn't know when it was actually coming because it just seemed to not actually happen. And then one day when I was in my local comic book shop, I actually saw them and I just said, "Honey, the Haruhi pop from Ouran High School Host Club is out. Do you want it?" And she was saying absolutely. And this is a great looking pop. As always, anime pops, they do a great job with hair and the fact that they got the school uniform done perfectly, especially the high school crest on the blazer. Absolutely fantastic. And I love the pose that Haruhi is making because she sort of is like in disguise, and that basically sums up what Ouran High School Host Club is all about. I haven't watched the entire series, but my wife has, and she absolutely loves it, and she's very happy to have her in this collection. And of course, we've got some new Dragon Ball Z pops, one that I really wanted and one that I never would have anticipated. The one that I wanted was Gohan in his training outfit, because this was my favorite version of Gohan. I love the way he looks just because the hair is absolutely out of control, all the way down to his waist before he got it cut, and I just love that I have him because Gohan, especially considering the fact that Dragon Ball Z revolves around Gohan growing up, having him in this version is fantastic, and I love the fighting pose. But the one that I never would have anticipated getting was Bulma, and this version of Bulma is just fantastic. I love the details on the headband, on the uniform that she is wearing, because this, of course, is based on what she was wearing during the Namek and Frieza saga while she was on Namek, and her expression is really what gets me, because it looks like she's ready to kill somebody. So, absolutely fantastic. And there are more Dragon Ball Z pops coming very soon that I am hoping to get my hands on, but this whole collection is definitely worth talking about, and I'm so excited to present these to you guys in my collection, and I'm really excited to show you what is coming down the pike in December. So now let's get into all the news. So as always, we begin with the specialty series, and I have to say, there's been a lot of news for anime and Dragon Ball Z fans specifically. So this is, of course, the newest addition from the Dragon Ball Super line, and it is a specialty series of Master Roshi, and it looks like he's about to do his Kamehameha wave. Just in case you didn't know, specialty series are only found at local comic book and hobby shops, which I always respect for Funko doing, because it's a great way to promote small businesses. So if you are a Dragon Ball Super fan, or just a Dragon Ball fan in general, this is definitely one of the best looking Master Roshis that they've given us, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are going to try and get their hands on it. And of course, the Funko shop gave us a lot of very interesting stuff, especially because of the fact that we recently had Halloween. I always heard rumors that they were going to be doing more characters from the Hostess line, but I never knew any of them outside of Twinkie the Kid, but now we know one of them, and it is King Ding Dong. But we also got a very special Halloween Care Bear, who is called Trick or Sweet Bear. Obviously, this is not one of the real Care Bears, but a lot of people thought that it was really cute because he's got the pumpkin with a little heart nose as a tummy symbol, as well as wearing a witch's hat, and of course, he is in the traditional Halloween colors. But a big surprise was the reincarnation of the three major Monster Cereals mascots from General Mills. These guys came out a long time ago. They were actually the first three in the Ad Icon series. So Funko brought them back, and this time all holding a bowl of their promoted cereal, which is really cute. This was a 3-pack, and of course it sold out in a matter of seconds. I was not surprised, and these definitely match up with the more recent Fruit Brute and Fruity Yummy Mummy that came out about 2 years ago, I believe. But if you never got your hands on the Monster Cereals mascots and you managed to get these three, congratulations. And speaking of cereal, Funko didn't stop, because we now have Wave 3 of the cereal line from Funko, and it includes Golden Girls, Pac-Man, Five Nights at Freddy's, Elvira, among many, especially with a Funko Shop exclusive of Captain Caveman, no surprise there, and we're even going into the spirit of Christmas with Griswold and Eddie from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and even Buddy the Elf. So, am I interested in these? No, not really, but I'm still shocked that these are actually catching on. I also have heard from some of the more reliable sources in the world of Funko that the cereal is not even that good. But you know what? I appreciate the spirit. I appreciate Funko's innovation as always. So if you are getting your hands on these, enjoy them. Please do. And we also had some leftovers from the Comic-Cons. We actually had the Giant Lady, which is a mythical creature that was available from Pop Asia, but I think it was a limited batch at New York Comic-Con. There was also a big announcement that Over9000.com was going to give us a Majin Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. That was very popular, as well as Bait coming back once again with a new Bruce Lee, and this is a cool one because he is in a jump kick position. There is also another two coming out very, very soon, and apparently they are blood splatter, but I haven't really seen any good glam shots, but if I do, I will definitely let you know. And we also had LA Comic-Con, where Hot Topic promoted a couple of exclusives. They had Hot Topic Girl, a Chrome X-Force Colossus, and a floating glow-in-the-dark Doctor Strange with Ghost Rider face. I believe that these are all going to be featured at Hot Topic stores for a limited time, so if you do manage to get your hands on those, also congratulations. And we had some special Halloween boxes, which included t-shirts, one from Hot Topic and one from Target, and they are definitely very cool. We have a Pennywise box, which includes an awesome Funko shirt, as well as a Chrome Pennywise, and it was the Hot Topic exclusive, which I actually have of him holding the balloon. But there also was a very awesome Target box featuring the Lost Boys, and that included a very special edition of David in his vampire form. So if you were a fan of either of these, I hope you got them. And there was also the newest Marvel Collector Core, which is available from Amazon, and it was a Venom box, of course, to promote the new Venom movie, and it included a Venom pop of him with his tongue hanging out and in a jumping position. Not something that I was interested in, but I know that there are plenty out there that were. And Hot Topic came back again with two new additions to the Diamond Collection. One of them was their very first oversized Diamond Pop, and it was Baymax, as well as a Diamond Mulan, which I think looks very, very nice. If you manage to get these, I hope you enjoy them. And Hot Topic and a couple of others, including Box Lunch and another special exclusive offer some Halloween goodies, including two new characters from Beetlejuice, as well as two versions of one of those characters, Lydia, one featured at Hot Topic and another featured at Box Lunch. There also was a new version of Chucky, which was a Hot Topic exclusive, and a new version of Elvira. There were also some new Overwatch exclusives available at Box Lunch and Hot Topic, specifically for Halloween. There was Junkrat, which looked like an evil mad scientist, as well as an oversized pop of Roadhog, which looked like Frankenstein's monster. And now let's get into some of the new lines. So one of the lines that a lot of people are talking about is because there's another video game coming out, and it's one of the more anticipated video games of 2018, and that of course is Kingdom Hearts 3. We have a whole bunch of characters that people are very familiar with, along with a couple of brand new ones, but I think the ones that really stand out here are the Monsters, Inc. versions of Sora, Goofy, and Donald. And of course, Kingdom Hearts is vastly popular, so we have to have a couple of exclusives. And that includes 3 versions of Sora, each of them with a different weapon. We have a Sora from Best Buy holding a very cool looking Keyblade. We also have Sora from GameStop, which is holding dual blasters, and a Hot Topic exclusive of Sora in Toy Story form, because apparently Monsters Inc. and Toy Story are 2 of the new worlds that you get to go into in Kingdom Hearts. I've never played Kingdom Hearts, but I'm so interested in them. I believe that my wife actually got the Redux edition of the first Kingdom Hearts on Nintendo 3DS, so at some point in time I'm hoping to actually get my 3DS out and finally play a Kingdom Hearts game. And there are some brand new boxes which are available at GameStop. One that is a Kingdom Hearts box, which includes, of course, a very special video game moment pop of Sora on a bed of heartless monsters, as well as an Overwatch Christmas box, which will include 2 Christmas-themed Overwatch pops and a couple of additional goodies. Back into the world of video games, we got a line that a lot of people are excited about, the Wave 2 of Cuphead. Now, I have the first Walmart exclusive of Cuphead, and these are all awesome. It looks like we got a couple more villains. We also got Cuphead in an airplane, as well as Miss Chalice, which is the newest good guy in the brand new Cuphead video game that is coming out very, very soon. I am still hoping to play Cuphead at some point in time, but I'm so glad that there are so many more pops. As a matter of fact, there also is a vinyl 2-pack of Cuphead and Mugman that's coming out very soon, and as someone who never anticipated getting something like Adorbs, I actually might want to get myself that double pack of Cuphead and Mugman in vinyl, but we will see. And we've also got an extension to the Five Nights at Freddy's line, and it is the Black Light characters. And I don't play this game, I have no intentions on playing this game, but goddamn, these colors are out of this world. So, Five Nights at Freddy's fans, I'm sure you're excited for all of these new additions. And we've also got a new wave of Fallout. I know that I mentioned the Walmart and Best Buy exclusives, but now, of course, there are a whole bunch of additional characters, as well as a supersized pop of the Sensory Bot. So, if you are Fallout fans, I know that the first line was very popular. I wouldn't be surprised if these are just as popular. And we've also got a video game that I've never heard of. I've never heard of Summoner of War, but these are definitely unique looking pops, especially the Orion, which looks like a little cat with a crown and a staff on a beach ball. I have never heard of this video game. Please, in the box below, let me know what this video game is all about, because now I'm just extremely curious based on what these characters look like. And another video game that I've never heard of, which is called Don't Starve, but one of my good friends here in the BookTube community actually told me a little bit about this game, and it looks like 4 characters, each come with a little companion, as well as something that is pretty awesome. These include a game code, so when you get the pop, you actually get to plug in a game code into the actual game and get a bonus feature, which I think is definitely something bold. Once again, I applaud the innovation of Funko. It definitely gives people more incentive to even buy these pops, even if they're not even fans of Funko. But if they're fans of the video game, people always love unlockable content. And speaking of unlockable content, we can't have video games this month without the biggest announcement, which is the Fortnite line. I don't play Fortnite. I don't know what the hell it is about. I have no idea why this game is so popular because it just doesn't make sense to me. I'd love to know more. Please tell me why this game is so freaking amazing to so many people. And there's also going to be some exclusives in this line, including places like GameStop and Target, but one of the things that's pretty awesome is they each have a little barcode sticker on them, which also includes unlockable content. So if you get one of these, you can get yourself some unlockable content, and all I know is that as big as this first wave of Fortnite pops are, I know for a solid fact there are more on the way, and so many things like boxes and stuff like that that are going to revolve around Fortnite, so I just need to know why this game is so popular. Please let me know. And to finish off the video games, we also got some BlizzCon exclusives of some Overwatch characters, and they definitely look pretty cool. They're available also at the Blizzard shop, so if you did, in fact, get your hands on them, congratulations. Whew! That's a lot of video games. So now let's get into a whole bunch of new things. Let's go into some Marvel. It looks like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is getting its own line. And there are definitely some cool-looking pops, including a Peter Parker Spider-Man, a Miles Morales Spider-Man, a very freaky-looking Green Goblin, as well as a couple of other cool characters. But of course, apparently this whole movie is getting a massive buzz, so this line also got some exclusives. And they are definitely interesting. There are 2 Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse ones. There is a Spider-Man Noir from Walgreens, as well as a Spider-Ham from Walgreens, but Walgreens is all about the Spider-Man. They're also giving us 2 new Spider-Man pops in general. One is an oversized pop of Spider-Hulk, and the other is a pop ride of Spider-Man in his Spider-Mobile. It's one of those things that I never understood. If Spider-Man has the ability to web sling across the city, why the heck does he need a car? The same thing could be said about the Flashmobile, which I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Funko Pop of the Flashmobile somewhere down the line. But Spider-Man fans, there's so much Spider-Man to enjoy. I hope you go out and get whatever you want. And continuing on with Marvel, we also got some brand new Marvel Studios Anniversary Edition Chromes. We've got Iron Spider and Doctor Strange, as well as something that is apparently starting a brand new trend, the Light Up Collection. So Funko has decided, let's make some Funko Pops that light up. I always said that it would be really cool if there were some Pops that lit up and talked, but this is just one step in the right direction, it looks like. So this is a Walgreens exclusive, and you are able to get a Light Up Iron Man. Am I interested in getting this? No, not really, but this is just another innovative climax for Funko, and I'm really curious to see how far to the next level this concept is going to go. And if you couldn't get enough chromes in your life, there are 6 Infinity Stone versions of Thanos. You can get Thanos in one of 6 colors, each representing the Infinity Stones, and they're all available at Walmart. So now let's go into DC. We have some very interesting DC concepts. We've got another Flashpoint Paradox character. We've got Superman, who is a Hot Topic exclusive, as well as including a Hot Topic exclusive chase of Superman with the red eyes. There's also a Pop-in-the-Box exclusive. Even though I'm not interested in getting this one, I am very excited because it is Harleen Quinzel. Dr. Harleen Quinzel, I'm sorry about that. You can get her at Pop-in-a-Box, and of course she is part of the Batman animated series line, so I'm wondering if that means we're finally getting our Wave 3. There are not that many pop lines that I still collect in which I am constantly buying massive amounts of them in bulk to complete a line. But if there is in fact going to be a Wave 3 of Batman the Animated Series, I am going to jump on that like never before. There's also a very interesting character that I've never seen before. It's called Batman Who Laughs. It is so creepy, and as far as I'm concerned, he looks like the mouth of Sauron in the Return of the King Extended Edition.
My master, Sauron the Great, bids thee welcome.
I am not interested in this specific PX Preview exclusive, but there is one that I'm very interested in, and he is going to be available only at Free Comic Book Day. I've never participated in Free Comic Book Day, but god damn it, I'm doing it this time around because it is John Constantine. I love Constantine, and this is one of the best looking pops that I have ever seen in the DC line. He's got the hand filled with fire and the lighter in the other. He looks like the version of Constantine that I have seen on the NBC television show and the animated films. I love the way this Constantine looks. Even though it is the comic book version, it screams Matt Ryan to me. And we also have a couple of exclusives, just some stuff in general. We have a Jedi hooded Obi-Wan Kenobi from Walgreens, a Shiro from the new Voltron series, I believe that's on Netflix, and this is a Hot Topic exclusive, and a Gemini Collectibles Chrome Skeletor, which apparently was wrapped in a ton of controversy over the past couple of weeks. So if you did in fact manage to get your Battle Armor Skeletor Chrome Edition from Gemini, I'm glad that you did. And we've got some new anime characters, and as I said, Dragon Ball Z is abundant now. But first, let's take a look at the 20th anniversary of Cowboy Bebop. We have Vicious and Ed with Ein, which I had a feeling was happening somewhere down the line. That little corgi is one of the coolest parts of Cowboy Bebop, and I'm so glad he's officially in pop form. But we have an AAA exclusive of Super Saiyan Vegito, as well as a Galactic Toys Super Saiyan Gohan, which looks awesome. So now let's take a look at 2 other anime series that are getting pops. One of them already has some, but only 2. So it's been a while, but Bleach is getting a second wave, and it also includes a GameStop exclusive. But a line that a lot of anime fans are excited about is the new Full Metal Alchemist line. I know so many fans of this show. I haven't watched it before, but I know that it is extremely popular amongst anime fans. So Full Metal Alchemist fans, your pops are coming. I'm hoping that you're excited. There's also some exclusives for that as well. And the new Robert Rodriguez movie, Alita Battle Angel, is getting a pop line. I don't know why. I'm also very nervous about the movie because even though it looks amazing, I mean, James Cameron produced it, and Robert Rodriguez is one of the most innovative directors out there, I'm still hoping that he will one day direct a live-action Jetsons movie because I think he's the best one for the job, but this movie has been getting pushed back a lot. It was supposed to come out in the summer, and then it was coming out around the holiday season, and now it's getting pushed back to January 2019, so I think this movie might be in trouble. So why a pop line is coming out, I don't know. And there's also an FYE exclusive. Once again, I would like to see this movie because it looks incredible, but if it keeps getting pushed back like this movie might be doomed. Split is getting a pop line. I don't know why. I mean, it's a great movie, don't get me wrong, and I'm so excited for Glass, but these pops look like nothing special, and I don't understand why certain things get pop lines. I really do not. If you think that a split pop is something that you should have, I'm happy for you. Let me know why you think things like this deserve a line. But here's a pop line that I'm sort of excited about, but I'm not going to be getting, and that, of course, is the Trading Places line. If you have never seen Trading Places, what is wrong with you? It is one of the greatest comedies of the 1980s, probably one of the greatest comedies of all time, and it stars Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy. Now, Eddie Murphy is a guy that has shown up in pop form now twice, but the only version of Eddie Murphy that I want is Axel Foley from Beverly Hills Cop. Where is Axel Foley? But Trading Places is awesome. It also includes a Target exclusive of Louis Winthorpe, who of course is played by Dan Aykroyd, and I also love the Special Agent Orange version of Eddie Murphy because that's like the most iconic piece of the film for Eddie Murphy, but please don't even worry about the pop line. Just see Trading Places if you haven't. It is a modern day comedic spin on The Prince and the Pauper, and it is so great. You gotta see it. Okay, I don't like this movie, but I know there are so many people that are excited for this because this has been a long time coming. Bruce Willis's classic, The Die Hard, is finally getting pops, and they do look fantastic. I love the way the John McClane pop looks. It is great. And I know that everybody loves Hans Gruber, of course, played by the late Alan Rickman, and you can even get a GameStop exclusive version of him, but I'm just not a fan of Die Hard. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm very happy that this line is here, because I know so many Die Hard fans out there have been just dying hard for a pop line of this movie. And Wreck-It Ralph returns with the Ralph Breaks the Internet line, and once again, I don't get it. I don't know why Wreck-It Ralph has its own pop line and it's not part of the Disney line. I mean, it came out when I first discovered pop, so like early 2013 I think was when they finally showed up. And I just didn't understand them, especially because they looked horrible, but I don't know why it's not part of the Disney line. I just don't get it. And I was so excited because I wanted to get my hands on a Vanellope because she's one of my favorite characters in Disney, but I hate the pop. I don't like these pops at all. Even the Fun Bun doesn't even look great. But if you like them, go out and get them, and I knew that this was going to be huge because not only does this include a chase of, yes, there is also exclusives. 3 of them, as a matter of fact, 1 from Hot Topic, 1 from Walmart, and 1 from Amazon. But again, I just don't like the way these look. I'm so happy that I got my hands on the 8-bit Wreck-It Ralph from San Diego Comic-Con because that screams perfection to me, but these, not so much. I'm really upset about that because I would have loved to have had Vanellope in my collection. And there's a new director that's getting a pop, and it is Vince Gilligan. And if you don't know who he is the brainchild behind 2 of the greatest shows in all of television, and that, of course, is The X-Files and Breaking Bad. I'm not the biggest fan of Breaking Bad, and of course you gotta throw Better Call Saul in there, but he's a very good director, and he's definitely got a very creative mind. So the fact that he is getting a pop alongside directors like Alfred Hitchcock and Guillermo del Toro, that's pretty impressive. And we've also got some brand new Doctor Who pops, including a very cool looking TARDIS, which is a 6-inch pop, and of course it is based on the brand new female Doctor, who is really gaining some ground in popularity. So if you want to get the flower-decked-out TARDIS, go right ahead. It's available now, as a matter of fact. And Riverdale is getting an extension. I knew that there were going to be more, and I love the fact that they actually decided to make versions of the characters from one episode where Jughead was having a nightmare. And of course, it is these great Riverdale characters in these classic comic strip Archie looks, especially the Jughead. It looks great with the S sweater and the big crown. And there also, of course, is a Hot Topic exclusive of Kevin. And I'm actually very happy to see that Reggie is getting a pop, because I saw this show up until the end of season 2. I'm not watching it anymore. But Reggie is part of the Archie gang, guys, and in this show he is not. And I'm very upset about that. But the fact that he's getting acknowledged and becoming a pop, very happy about that. And speaking of the Archieverse, we also have the new Sabrina, which is based on the Netflix show, which is more of a horror and creepy version of Sabrina, not a comedy starring Melissa Joan Hart. And you can get Sabrina with her cat. I don't know if it is also named Salem, because this show that is on Netflix is absolutely nothing like the comic strip, nothing like the cartoon, nothing like the television show from the 1990s. But apparently it's gaining popularity, so Sabrina is getting popped, guys. Enjoy! And we've got a new wave of Stranger Things. I think we're up to wave 3 now, guys, and this is a big one, because we've got some very good-looking pops, including a Hot Topic exclusive of Dustin with his hockey gear on. We've also got a brand new 10-inch sized pop from Target of the Demogorgon. I don't own a 10-inch pop yet. I don't know if I ever will, but this might be one I would consider. But of course, we've also got some TV moments. We've got two very good-looking one, guys. I love the 11 fighting the Demogorgon coming out of the blackboard. That was the climactic scene in season 1. But of course, for all you Steve fans, we've got Steve battling the Demodog. So, fans of Stranger Things, I'm sure you're excited for these. And South Park is getting a third wave as well. And these are some very interesting characters. I mean, these definitely were hinted at when we got the specialty series of Mr. Garrison, but we finally get a regular Kenny. Chef finally shows up, and we've even got one of the better versions of Cartman, which is Cartman with the police outfit on. That's from season 2 when I was actually still watching. Another character that a lot of people love is Randy. I understand that completely, and there's even 2 new heroes, but the one South Park pop that is in this group that I am actually going to be adding to my collection is Mr. Hanky. I love Mr. Hanky. He was one of my favorite characters. I even have a little Mr. Hanky necklace, and this is a pop that I was wondering would ever show up, and now that he is, I have to add him to my collection. And I also feel that this is great because Simpsons and South Park are 2 things that are not represented in my collection that I am such a huge fan of. I wish that Family Guy would have been, but the pops are lousy. But I would love to add Mr. Hanky to my collection, and he will be soon. And Rocky and Bullwinkle got a second wave. I mean, I found the original Rocky and Bullwinkle, and I was just so angry that they decided to make new ones, but you know something? I'm not a big fan. I'm not going to capitalize on these. I love that they've got Boris, Natasha, and the Fearless Leader, and I love that Boris and Natasha have mouths, but if they ever decided to make a TV moment of Bullwinkle pulling Rocky out of his hat, I would definitely buy that. These retro cartoons are so important, and I love the fact that Brian Mariotti wants to make sure that these specific iconic cartoon characters are shared with the rest of the world, because it's not just these guys that are coming to pop this month. We've also got some Walter Lantz characters, and if you don't know who Walter Lantz is, he of course is the creator of Woody Woodpecker, Chilly Willy, Andy Panda, just to name a few. Woody Woodpecker has, to me, been forgotten to many, and like the Popeye Specialty Series pop, which I had to get, finding out that Woody Woodpecker was becoming a pop, oh my god, did I watch Woody Woodpecker when I was a kid, so I am so excited. He was like Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck on crack. He was out of control. If you have never seen a Woody Woodpecker cartoon in your life, you must see it. It is great. And Chilly Willy is also getting popped, which is great. I love him eating the pancakes, but it looks like we are getting a tease of a crystal blue Chilly Willy, and based on the Funko Shop sticker, it looks like he might be part of the 12 Days of Funko Christmas. Guys, I've got an announcement to make. Never in my life have I found a chase that grabbed me, but this Woody Woodpecker chase of him holding the mallet, I want it. I don't know how I'm going to get my hands on it. I'm hoping that I'm not going to have to sell my kidneys on the black market for it, but Woody Woodpecker holding a mallet, I must have it. Because Woody Woodpecker is one of my all-time favorite cartoon characters, and him holding the mallet is his signature MO. Guys, please help me out. I'd love to get my hands on that chase. And let's close out with a line that deserved a second wave. And it is the Jetsons. You guys, you answered my prayers. I specifically said when I got my hands on George, Rosie, and Astro, please buy them because there are more characters that need to be pops, and they are. We are getting Jane, we are getting Judy, we are getting Elroy, and we're even getting Mr. Spacely. The 4 specific Jetsons characters that I wanted. And I gotta tell ya, my favorite one in this line, hands down, is Jane. I love the way she looks. I mean, it even reminds me about the fact that we don't even have Wilma and Betty in the Flintstones line. Maybe that means that they are going to be getting a much-deserved makeover, because adding the mouths to Jane and Judy specifically, they are perfect. And that's why the George looks so great too. And the Mr. Spacely looks exactly like the cartoon character. He looks fantastic, and I love his facial expression. The only thing that I'm nervous about is that he's going to be a Funko Shop exclusive, so I'm going to have to keep my eyes peeled. And I've got to thank Funko Pop Hunters, because they always let us know which Funko item is coming out in the Funko Shop. And one of the new things that Funko is doing is, rather than surprising you when it goes live, they let you know what it is, so you can be ready to get it if you want it. But let me tell you guys, I'm going to do my very best to get my hands on this Mr. Spacely. I have had much luck in the Funko Shop in my lifetime. Getting my hands on the Pain and Panic was probably the most luckiest that I've ever been. But if I do not get Mr. Spacely, I am going to be so angry, but I am so excited to finally complete my Jetsons collection. Will they make more? I don't know. Like, if they made Jet Screamer, if they made Orbity, if they made Max, if they made Cogswell, I don't know if I would get them. I really don't. They're going to have to look really good for me. If they make characters from Jetsons the movie, I would probably consider those too. I mean, like, I love Rudy too, and Teddy too, and Fergie, but I don't think they'll go that far. But then again, Ryan Mariotti and Funko have surprised me to a great deal before. So let's see what happens. Thank you very much for watching today, everybody. You know how much I love to talk about Funko Pops with you, so please put your comments in the box below. Let me know how things are going with you, how your collections are coming along, and if there's anything you are on the hunt for, maybe I can actually help you out. But in the meantime, everybody, thank you as always for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.